Johnson. Row 4 on the inside, the Max's Allegheny Tavern 3 from Pittsburgh, Richie Curry. And the Metro Heating and Cooling 69 from Pittsburgh, Ed Burgoon. The Bobby Allen Enterprises Dram Racing Engines 55 car from Blacksburg, Virginia, Booper Bear. In the black 44 from Zanesville, Ohio, Doug Goff. The DNC Automotive G1 from Evans City, John Flinner. The ENS Service 3 from Sarver, Dan Swartzlander. And the LA Gear 00 from Kings Mountain, North Carolina, Freddie Smith. 13 cars to start. The top 4 finishers will move in to tomorrow night's Pittsburgher. The winner will start on the pole. Bloomquist and Hirschman bring them off a turn 4, 15-lap heat race is underway. Bloomquist and Hirschman side by side off of turn 2. Bob Hirschman, your leader in car 25. Scott Bloomquist running second. Third is Lou Braddock. Keith Turner fourth. Davey Johnson runs fifth. In turn 4, to the inside, Bloomquist makes a challenge coming down the front chute. Bloomquist powers by going into turn number 1. Scott Bloomquist in car 18 back in front. Bob Hirschman second. Third is Braddock. Berger runs fourth. Davey Johnson is fifth. Joe Meadows is sixth. Out in front, it's still Scott Bloomquist in car number 18. Bob Hirschman second. Braddock third. Berger fourth. Johnson fifth. Pressured by Meadows. Grouper there is running seventh. Richie Curry eighth. Car 18 moving into third around the 7 of Lou Braddock. Bloomquist turning that last lap at 21.22 seconds. Extending the lead as we complete lap number 4. Bloomquist again turning it at 21.22. Quite a battle now for positions 5, 6, and 7. Davey Johnson into 48, Joe Meadows 33, and Cooper Bear in car 55. Bloomquist out in front, Hirschman second, Berger third, Braddock fourth, Johnson runs fifth with 5 laps down and 10 laps remaining. Bloomquist at 21.74 continues to set sail. Front 5 cars stringing out. Johnson, though, running 5th, is pressured from behind by the 33 of Joe Meadows. And then the 55 of Cooper Bear. Bloomquist leading by a full straightaway. Bob Hirschman second in car 25, the 18 of Keith Turner third, the 7 of Lou Braddock fourth, car 48 Davey Johnson fifth. We're halfway, 8 laps down. 7 laps remaining in this first heat race for the late model, part of the second annual Pittsburgher. Continues to stretch the advantage. 5 laps to go. 5 laps remaining. Second is still the 25 of Bob Hirschman. Running third, the 18 of Keith Turner. Lou Braddock in the 7th, fourth. He's on the bubble. Running fifth in car 48, Davey Johnson. continues to work his way through traffic off the fourth turn, putting Eddie Berguna lap down. 3 laps remaining now. Hurston all by himself in second. The race for third is closing up a bit. The 18 of Keith Berner, followed by the 7 of Luke Radish. Johnson all by himself in fifth. Then it's Meadows in the 33, Bear in the 55, and Freddie Smith in the 00. Bloomquist continues to maul this racetrack. Off the fourth turn, the white flag is out. 1 lap to go. First call there with the 3 of Rich Curry. Bloomquist's lead continues to grow. Hurstman still second. Final lap of the first qualifying heat. The S&S Custom Tapes Cornet Racing Engines number 18 from Mooresburg, Tennessee. He'll start on the pole tomorrow. Scott Bloomquist wins heat race number 1. Finishing second in car 25, Bob Hurstman. Third, the 18 of Keith Berner. Fourth in the final qualifier, Lou Bradis in car 7. Dion Deson in car number 1 is starting 5th. Outside in the 00, Kip Moore. The red number 3 is Bruce Wardusky. The yellow 61, Dan Armbruster. Then it's the 09 of Mike Norris, the white 09, the black 09 of Jim Burgess, the 1P of Rodney Phillips, and the 13 of Steve Klinger. Through 3 and 4 they come. The green is out. Geisler leads the pack into turn number 1. Uh-oh, Lynn gets crossed up and Buck Simmons tries to motor by. Geisler battling back on the outside. We got contact off of turn 2. Simmons your leader. Buck Simmons your leader. Geisler running second. Shaver is third. Kip Moore fourth. Buck Simmons in the Tri-City Drywall MCE Racing Team. Number 41, your leader out of Baldwin, Georgia, with 2 laps down. Geisler is second. Kip Moore up to third in car 00. Georgetown General, the rookie, moves into third. Steve Shaver now on the bubble in car 30. He runs fourth. Buck Simmons, still your leader over Lynn Geisler. Kip Moore third and Steve Shaver running fourth, and with his hands full, the 61 of Dan Armbruster applies the pressure. Very right chassis, the number 41 of Buck Simmons, completing lap number 5. Turning at 21.57 seconds, that last lap for Buck Simmons. Geisler still second as they pull away. Kip Moore continues to run a strong third in the 00. Steve Shaver's car number 30 is fourth. Lynn Geisler trying to chase down your leader, Buck Simmons. Down the back straightaway. Seven laps down. Front 4 now seem to be separating themselves. Steve Shaver with some breathing room running fourth in car number 30. remaining. 7 laps remaining. Lynn Geisler saying about the same distance behind Brock Simmons. May have picked up a car length, but not much more. Simmons turning that last lap at 21.41 seconds, not slowing down. He'll have some slower traffic to contend with here very shortly as Geisler tries to make another run at it. Five laps to go. 5 to go. Car into the wall in turns 1 and 3 and 4. It's car 3, Bruce Hordowski. It's the 61 of Dan Armbruster. The 1 of Dion Deson. And here we go. Simmons leads him into turn 3. The green is out, and look out. Kip Moore getting turned around there in turn 3. A real tough break for the young lion out of Georgetown, Kip Moore. Here we go. Simmons brings the field off a turn 4. The green is waving with 6 laps to go. Down the back straightaway, and Simmons and Geisler 1 and 2. Shaver 3rd, Armbruster 4th. 5 laps to go. Keep your eye on Kip Moore, trying to work his way from back of the pack. It's still Simmons, your leader, Geisler 2nd. The 30th, Steve Shaver 4th, Danny Armbruster running 4th in car 61. Then Dion Deson. 4 laps remaining. Simmons starting to stretch that lead in car 41. Geisler still 2nd. Shaver 3rd. Running 4th is car 61, Armbruster. Remaining. 2 to go for Brock Simmons. White flag, 1 lap to go. Battle is for 5th place. Bob Waring on the outside trying to pass Dion Deson. Down the back straightaway in the MCE Racing Tri-City Drywall, number 41, out of Baldwin, Georgia. Your 2nd heat race winner is Brock Simmons. 2nd goes to Lynn Geisler. Finishing 3rd in the 30, Steve Shaver. Qualifying in car 61, Dan Armbruster. Bob Waring, Sr. 5th. Pittsburgh, Ohio Racing, John Mason. Your 6th starter in car 19 from Clarksburg, West Virginia, Alan Chenoweth. In the Weirton Bandag number 82 from Weirton, West Virginia, Mike Stoika. Starting 8th. In car T8, Malcute Racing Engines machine from Dillonville, Ohio, Mark Banal. Starting way back in row number 4, the Hoover Racing 14 from Dayton, Ohio, Larry Moore. From Fowler, Ohio in car 2, Paul Davis. In the white 2S from Dunleavy, Sammy Stow. And Henry Hornsby in car 39 from Beckley, West Virginia. Off the 4th turn we roll. The green is out. Out of the front shoot into turn 1. It's Tim Hicks leading the pack into the 1st turn in car 68. Battle for 2nd. Craig Lease runs 2nd. Durbo still looking. Lease come off the corner. Right up on the bumper of Hicks. Durbo running 3rd. Balzano is 4th. Coming off of turn 4. It's Tim Hitt your leader. Lee second. Durbo third. Valzano fourth. Canals up to fifth in car C8. Off of turn 4, leading lap 2 is still Tim Hitt. The T&J Coal Company 68 car shows the way. Running second is Craig Lee. Nathan Durbo, the 24 car third. Mike Valzano fourth in the E1. And the T8 of Mark Banal fifth. John Mason sixth in car 72. Now starting to pull away in car number 68. Lee still second, Durbo third, Valzano fourth, and Banal fifth. Top 4 cars move into the main event. Positions 5 through 8 are locked into the B main, and 9 on back will start into C main. Your leader, and he turned that last lap at 21.05 seconds, so the track is faster after the rain shower. Hitt turning the last lap unofficially at 20.94 seconds. He's your leader in car 68. Car up against the wall here, Paul Davis, but he continues along, running in the middle of the pack. Hitt pulling away, leads to stay second in the 51. Davis into the wall again, this time in turn 1 and 2. Drops back a couple of more spots. Out in front it's Hitt. Second is Lee. Third is Durbo, and Valzano right now is on the bubble running fourth. Halfway, 7 laps to go. 7 laps to go for Tim Hitt. Company, Mark Richards bullet chassis, like it's on a string going around this big half mile. Craig Lee still second with Nathan Durbo third, and Mike Valzano fourth. Fifth is the T8 of Mark Banal. Five laps to go. Things could prove interesting if Hitt gets into some slower traffic that's right now about a half a straightaway in front of him. Got 4 cars here battling it out. Sammy Sow, Mike Scorza, Larry Moore, and Alan Chenoweth. To go for Tim Hitt. Car 68 continues to fly. Leads to second. He's pressured now by Nathan Durbo. Nathan trying to make a bid for that runner-up spot. Valzano running fourth, but now is fifth. Off the fourth turn, 2 laps to go for Tim Hitt. Here's that race for second. Durbo to the inside of Lee going into turn 1. 51 of Craig Lee still second with Durbo close third off of turn 2. Durbo again challenges him down the back straightaway going into 3. Off the fourth turn, taking the white flag is Tim Hitt. 1 lap to go. Watch the battle for second. Craig Lee in car 51 and 24 Nathan Durbo. Durbo shadowing Least off the second turn down the back 2. The C&J Coal Company 68. So Sim Hit from Weston, West Virginia picks up our third heat race win. Watch this race for second. It's going to be Craig Lee second, Nathan Durbo third, and Mike Balzano fourth. All righty, Dales, number 15 outside the front row, the Kenny Ross & Son Chevrolet, number 11 from Greensburg, Bob Waring Jr. Row 2 on the inside. In the Chattanooga Valley Used Car 60, Gar Dixon from Flintstone, Georgia. Outside the second row, the Ked Shoe sponsored 5 from Claysburg, Larry Wright. Row 3, the Phil Lucon Rep Fab 84 from Georgetown, Jim Plants. The West End Auto Parts Star 1 from Sugar Grove is Chubb Frank. In the Coors Extra Gold 14B from Asheville, New York, Dick Barton. Car 75 from Delaware, that is David Hill on the Hertrick Pontiac sponsored machine. In the red number 1, Jim Fleming, the driver there. In the strong 1, Rick Strong, the 7 of Randy Kimmel, and the 71D of Ron Davies. 15 laps for the late models off of turn 4. There goes Bob Waring Jr., he's your leader. Going into turn 1, it's Waring Jr. grabbing the lead in car 11. Steve Francis second, Gar Dixon third, Larry Moore runs fourth. Or Larry Wright, excuse me. Off the fourth turn, it's Bob Waring Jr., your leader. Second, Steve Francis. Gar Dixon third, Chubb Frank moves to fourth in the Star 1. Chubb challenging Gar Dixon for third now. The Star 1 in the 60, hooked up in a battle down the back chute. Car 11, Bob Waring Jr. showing the way. Steve Francis right behind in car 15. Running third, Gar Dixon. Chubb Frank is fourth. Down, Bob Waring Jr., leader, Steve Francis second. Gar Dixon third, Chubb Frank fourth. Chubb Frank now to the inside in turn 2, off a 2 down the back straightaway, alongside of Gar Dixon. Frank trying to make the pass. In turn 3, Chubb Frank now third. Dixon in the 60, the Ford-powered car, running fourth. Bob Waring Jr. in car number 11. Giving that same distance between he and the second place running Steve Francis at the 5-lap mark. Third is the Star 1 of Chubb Frank. The 60 of Gar Dixon fourth, and Larry Wright in car 5 runs fifth. Dick Barton in car number 14B now is sixth and closing in on Larry Wright. Turning that lap at 21.95 seconds. David Hill pitting in car 75. David Hill in the pits in car 75. Waring turning laps at 21.95 and 21.96. Very consistent. Steve Francis still second. Chubb Frank third, running fourth is Gar Dixon, but the car on the move is the Coors Extra Gold 14B of Dick Barton. He is fifth, trying to get to fourth. Halfway, 7 laps remaining. 7 laps to go. Barton alongside of Dixon in turn 1. Down the back chute. In turn 3, Dixon still fourth, Barton fifth. Barton slides to the inside. They're neck and neck coming off of turn number 4 for the final qualifying spot. Down the front straight, it's still Dixon fourth, Barton fifth. Bob Waring Jr. coming around to complete lap number 10. We'll have 5 to go. 5 laps to go. Dick Barton again slides to the inside of Guard Dixon. Neck and neck off of turn 4 for fourth. Here they come down the front chute. It's Bill Dixon. Getting down to crunch time. Dick Barton trying to work his way into the A main. Guard Dixon trying to hold on to that final qualifying spot. Bob Waring Jr. leader's got slower traffic in front of him with Steve Francis trying to track him down. Junior around the 71 of Ron Davies and around the strong one of Rick Strong. Guard Dixon still hanging on to that fourth spot out of Flintstone, Georgia. Steve Francis trying to make a run at Bob Waring Jr. here. We got 20 laps to go. Here comes Barton. He slides low and high. The Coors Extra Gold 14B moves to fourth. Guard Dixon now fifth in car 60. Barton starting seventh, now running fourth. Bob Waring Jr. with 2 laps to go in car number 11. The Kenny Ross & Son Chevrolet 11, our 1990 point champion. White flag is waving this time by. Started Ray Willing with the white flag out for Bob Waring Jr. Steve Francis in car 15 second. Doug Frank's car 1 third, and the 14B of Dick Barton is fourth. And Kenny Ross & Son Chevrolet number 11 from Greensburg, Pennsylvania. Your fourth heat race winner is Bob Waring Jr. Second is Steve Francis. Third will be the star 1 of Doug Frank. And fourth, final qualifier from his heat, the 14B of Dick Barton. Outside of row 1. And the Ernie Salvage Yard 33 from Stevenson, Virginia, Rodney Franklin. Row 2, the Long Meadow Chevron 44 from Westminster, Maryland, Gary Stuhler. In the Prosperity Energy number 5 from Concord, North Carolina, Rodney Combs. Row 3 on the inside, the Mighty Automotive Parts, Sword Allegheny Shop 99 from South Park, it's Ben Miley. In car 6 from Beckley, West Virginia, the Prosperity Energy Machine of Mike Bakis. Then it's the Charlie Schwartz number 1 from Ashland, Kentucky. The Hamill Motorsports 17 of Todd Andrews. The 55 of Ty Long. The 14 of Robbie Garlock. The double X of Mike Bloss and the 6 of Ken Delansky. Green flag is out off the fourth turn. Down the front chute, 3 wide. Going into turn 1, Rodney Franklin. Right behind him is Stuhler and Baker. And then Rodney Combs. Down the back chute, it's Franklin out in front. The battle for second. Stuhler stuffs it in tight. Baker drifts high. Franklin back to the inside will lead him off at turn 4. We got him spinning here on the front chute. Mike Bakis in car 6 spinning around here on the front straightaway. The yellow is out with 1 lap down. Also, Ken Delansky into the inside guardrail there, into one of the tires as the yellow waves. Both car number 6s in that accident. Mike Bakis in the white number 6 and the orange number 6 of Ken Delansky. Here we go. Here of Hagerstown regulars on row 1. Franklin and Stuhler bring him off at turn 4. The green is out. It's Rodney Franklin. Baker battles back on the outside. The second. Stuhler running third. Charlie Schwartz is up to 4th. Things are bunched up pretty good off of turn number 4. Franklin, your leader. Baker second. Stuhler third. Schwartz fourth and Combs fifth. Here goes Stevie to the outside. Baker alongside of Franklin off of turn 2. And Stuhler makes it a 3-car battle going into 3. Stevie Baker from Fairmont, West Virginia, your new leader. Second is Rodney Franklin with Gary Stuhler third and Charlie Schwartz fourth. This looks like the most competitive of our heat races to this point anyway. Gary Stuhler makes a run at Franklin down the back chute. Stuhler along the inside, coming off of turn 4. Here we go. It's going to be Baker, your leader, running second. It's close. Coming off of turn 2, it's still Stevie Baker, Rodney Franklin, Gary Stuhler, and Charlie Schwartz. Schwartz moving on the outside, trying to get around Stuhler, who's underneath Franklin off of turn 4. 5 laps to down, 10 to go. Then Miley has moved to 5th in car 99. Combs drops to 6th. Stuhler now and Schwartz side by side for 3rd. And Schwartz makes the pass. Up against the wall coming off of turn 2. Here comes Miley to the inside, 3 wide off of turn 4. Stevie Baker shows the way. Franklin second, Schwartz third, Stuhler fourth, and Miley is 5th. Three wide in turn 4, another time for that 4th spot. It's still Schwartz third and Stuhler fourth, Miley 5th. Baker, your leader, with Franklin running second. Gary Stuhler underneath Charlie Schwartz off of turn 4. It's Schwartz with the horsepower on that outside. Stays third going into turn 1. Steve Baker doing a good job, and the D1 is your leader with Rodney Franklin second. Charlie Schwartz and Gary Stuhler have that good race going for 3rd and 4th, followed closely by the 99 of Ben Miley, who runs 5th. We are past the halfway point. 6 laps to go. Right up against the wall, coming through 3 and 4 on the outside of Franklin. Charlie Schwartz making a run at Rodney there in turn 4. He's really starting to fly the heat. Rim ride in the green number 1. No room for air though, because Gary Stuhler is right on his tail. Schwartz hard into the corner. Here comes Stuhler to the inside. Through 3 and 4, the race for 3rd is tight. Stuhler makes the pass, or does he? No! 4 laps to go. Down the back straightaway, still Baker, Franklin, Schwartz, Stuhler, and Miley. Top 4 finishers will move into the A main. The 5th place car will have to go to the B main tomorrow. 3 laps to go. Schwartz to the outside of Rodney Franklin in turn 2. Charge in Charlie up to second. Franklin drops to 3rd, Stuhler still 4th, and Miley 5th. In turn 4, here they come, 2 laps to go. Schwartz is on the move, closing in on your leader, Stevie Baker. Look at him come off the corner down the back chute. Around the 6th of Ken Delansky. White flag is out. We got 1 more lap to go, fans. 1 more lap to go. Stuhler now trying to work his way under Franklin going into that first turn here on the final lap. Best heat race of the night. Down the back chute, it's still Steve Baker, Charlie Schwartz, Rodney Franklin, and Gary Stuhler. The cards have been dealt. Here they come for the checkered flag off the 4th turn. Your winner, Steve Baker. Schwartz second, Franklin third, Stuhler fourth. They saved the best for last. The most exciting heat race tonight goes to Steve Baker out of Fairmont, West Virginia.
We talked to him earlier. He had
from Evans City, John Flinner in the Bob Kimball's used cars number 7 from Connellsville. Started rig wheeling, eyes are up in turn 3 and 4, and we turn him loose. The green is out. turn number 1, Richie Curry, your leader in car 3, followed by Mike Finkus. Running third in the 14 is Larry Moore. Mike Norris fourth in the 09, and Robbie Garlock in the 14G runs fifth. Off the fourth turn, we got a side-by-side battle for the lead. It's Mike Finkus taking the inside route for first place. Curry settles into second. Moore third. Garlock running fourth. Mike Norris fifth now in the 09. Robbie Garlock challenging Larry Moore for third as they enter turn 3. Kenny Delansky goes to the pits in car 6. Ken Delansky in the pits in car number 6. Mike Fakis in the white number 6, your leader out of Beckley, West Virginia. Larry Moore in car 14 moves to second, dropping Rich Curry into 3 to third. Robbie Garlock's 14G fourth. Then it's Mike Norris, Brad Goff up high in turn 4, and John Flinner in the D1 makes a pass there. Mike Fake is starting to hook up pretty good in that WRC chassis number 6. Randy Kimmel coasting here on the inside of the front straightaway out of Connellsville, Pennsylvania. Randy trying to lift that car into the pits. Unable to get the job done, the yellow comes out. 4 laps around, Randy Kimmel brings out the yellow in car number 7. Mike Fake, blue smoke coming out from beneath that car. The green is back out as we resume our C main off of turn 4. Battle for the front spot on the outside. Larry Moore makes the pass. Mike Fake is second now. Richie Curry third. Robbie Garlock fourth. Mike Norris fifth, John Flinner running sixth in car D1. Richie Curry with the hood coming up in car number 3, running fourth right now. Larry Moore taking off with a lead from Dayton, Ohio in car 14, followed by the 6 of Mike Fakis. Fakis had opened up a pretty sizable lead before that yellow flag. Delansky back in the pits in car 6. We have 6 laps down, soon to be 7. Richie Curry now dropping back to 5th in car 3. Is that the hood? That really would cause some handling problems, catching all the wind. Still Larry Moore, Mike Fakis, and then Robbie Garlock. 4th is Mike Norris, Curry 5th, and Stow, and Flinner. All by Ron Davies, Brad Goff, and Rodney Phillips. Got a lot of people right on his tail, including the 2S of Sam Stow, the 71D of Ron Davies, the D1 of John Flinner, and the 44 of Brad Goff. Moore completing lap number 10. John Flinner trying to make a high side move off the second turn in the D1. To the inside of Curry going into turn 3. Things are getting bunched up pretty good here back in the pack. Moore still your leader. Fake is second. This will be the halfway point. 12 laps to go. 12 to go. into the first turn. Top 10 finishers move on to the B main. Remaining, 10 laps to go. Moore starting to work the lap traffic now. Fourth turn, the Hoover Racing number 14. Turning that last lap at 21.78 seconds. Larry's lap times have gone quicker as the race has gone on. More rubber laid down on the track. It is getting a bit easier to get a hold of. Still a slick surface. More now. To the outside of Sammy Stown trying to work the inside of Richie Curry coming off of turn 4. Larry Moore in turn 1 continues to lead. Mike Fakis, look out, your second place car making contact with Rodney Phillips there going into 1. Both cars still out of it. It's still Fakis second, Robbie Garlock third. Mike Norris fourth, John Flinner fifth, and Brad Goff, Ron Davies. Those cars still on the lead lap. Larry's opened up more than a straightaway advantage. Mike Fakis and Robbie Garlock trying to work the slower traffic, having a heck of a time as they head down the back straightaway. Here comes their leader with 3 laps to go, Larry Moore. Watch second and third here coming off of turn 4. Displayed by our starter Greg Wheeling. 2 laps remaining for Larry Moore. Robbie Garlock has moved to second in the other number 14, the 14G car. Mike Fakis in the 6 runs third. Fourth is Mike Norris, John Flinner fifth, Brad Goff is sixth, and Ron Davies with 1 lap to go, about to be lapped. Final lap of the C main. Out of Dayton, Ohio, the Hoover Racing number 14, a one-time winner here in 1990, Larry Moore wins the C main. Finishing second, Robbie Garlock in the 14G, the 6 of Mike Fakis third. Fourth in the D1, John Flinner. Fifth in the 09, Mike Norris. And sixth in car 44, Brad Goff. Bring the field into turn 3. The lights are out. Side by side, they come 2, 3, and 4 looking for the green flag. They're already jumping up a little bit in the back there. We got them 3 wide a couple of places. They sort themselves out. The green drops, and we're off. In turn 1. Uh-oh. Johnson and Waring make contact. Waring spinning 360 degrees and up against the wall. And we got them really bunched up here in the back of the pack. 55, Bob Waring Sr. and 5, Rodney Combs together over there in turn 2. And then we've got a host of cars here in the first and second turns. Paul Davis involved, or make that tie long in the 55. Rod Davies 71, Mike Fakis in car 6. Johnson in car 48 and Mark Banal in the T8 bring the field around. Here we go, off the 4th turn. The green is back now. Coming down the front straightaway, it's Mark Banal, your leader, with Johnson 2nd, Gar Dixon 3rd, Miley 4th as they settle into turn number 1. Down the back straightaway, Banal out in front, Johnson 2nd, Dixon 3rd, Miley 4th, Joe Meadows trying to move up to 50s alongside of Bruce Hordowski. The 33 Meadows and 3 Hordowski side by side for 5th. Banal, your leader, with 1 lap down. Johnson closes on Banal down the back straightaway. Joe Meadows on the move in car 33. He slides to 4th. Around the 99 of Ben Miley. Out in front it's still Banal with Johnson 2nd. Dixon 3rd. Meadows 4th. Miley 5th. Johnson shadowing Mark Banal through turns 3 and 4, completing lap number 3. Watching the middle of the pack, Freddie Smith trying to work his way up through in the double O. Johnson again closing on Banal off at turn 4. Joe Meadows challenging Gar Dixon in the race for 3rd. Meadows in the 33. Gar Dixon in car 60. Side by side in turn 2 down the back chute. Racing John Mason in car 72. Passing Ben Miley for 5th. Freddie Smith slowing down. Freddie Smith is off the pace in car 00. The Kingsmount, North Carolina pilot appears like he is headed for the pits. Out of Beckley, West Virginia, charging hard in car 33. Right behind the 48 of Davey Johnson. It's still Banal, your leader in the T8. Johnson 2nd. Pressured by Meadows. Dixon runs 4th. Mason is 5th. Miley 6th. Cooper Bear 7th. Hordowski 8th. Dion Deson 9th. And Larry Wright runs 10th. Meadows underneath Johnson going into turn 1. Car 33 and car 48 side by side. It's Meadows with the advantage. And Little Joe makes the pass up into 2nd. But now starting to pull away a bit in the T8. Meadows, though, may close in quickly. Johnson into 48 now, pressured by the 60 of Gar Dixon. Right behind Dixon, the 72 of Racing John Mason. 9 laps are down, 9 laps down. Here goes Joe Meadows in car 33 for the lead. Meadows takes the lead away from Mark Banal. Starting in the 6th spot, taking the lead on lap 9. Banal, your leader, now 2nd. Johnson 3rd. He's pressured by the 60 of Gar Dixon. Then it's the 72 of Racing John Mason. Dixon underneath Johnson in turn 2. That battle continues. Your leader starting to work the slower traffic. Joe Meadows followed by Mark Banal heading into that first turn. now really applying the heat to Davey Johnson. Meadows in the 33 underneath the 82, Mike Stoika. Now still second in car T8. Johnson's 48, third, the 60 of Gar Dixon, fourth, and the 72 of John Mason. Sixth is Ben Riley. Seventh, Bruce Wardowski. Eighth, Dion Deson. Running ninth, Cooper Bear, and Larry Wright remains 10th in car 5. Halfway, we're past the halfway mark now as Meadows comes around to complete lap 14. He is really hooking up. Plenty of traffic right in front of him. He's got to be careful. Lots of race cars in his path. Coming down the front straightaway. 10 laps remaining. 10 laps to go. Meadows boxed in a bit. He continues to work the slower traffic. Now he's coming to the inside. Underneath the 55 of Bob Waring. Trying to get underneath. But he'll take the number 2 of Paul Davis instead. But now still second. And right behind him comes the 48 of Davey Johnson. Then the 60 of Gar Dixon. He runs fourth. He's the man on the bubble right now. Things are crowded in turn 3. Mark Goodell sliding through traffic. He's second. Senior apparently headed for the pits in car 55 after going a lap down. Still Joe Meadows, your leader in turn number 3. Mark Canal second. Running third, Davey Johnson. Car number 60, Gar Dixon fourth, and the 72 of John Mason fifth. Meadows down the back straightaway. He almost got caught in a pickle that time. He had a car on the inside, car on the outside. He backed out. Doing a super job moving through traffic. Johnson underneath Mark Banal to second. Gar Dixon trying to take third away from Banal. Banal high in turn 1 into the wall. Mark Banal against the wall in car G8. He comes down off of it and continues to run. That is a break for racing John Mason, who's now fourth in car 72. 5 laps to go. Joe Meadows out in front with 4 laps to go. Davey Johnson second, Gar Dixon third, racing John Mason is fourth. Joe Meadows. Davey Johnson still second. Johnson slowing down, it would appear. Johnson off the pace in car 48, spinning around in turns 1 and 2. The yellow flag is out. Davey Johnson spinning the car in turn 1 and 2. It appeared that something happened as he came down the front straightaway.
In car number 48.
All right, we thank you for that report.
On and they're out.
All right, Don, thank you much. It's been a tough afternoon for some of the best names in dirt track racing.
No, I think with so many good cars here on one night, we're bound to see this.
Here we go. Meadows back on the throttle. The green drops, and they are off. Vying for for the final qualifying spots for the second annual Pittsburgher. Mark Bernal able to get around John Mason and move to third. You got Meadows out in front, then 3-lap cars. Car 60, Guard Dixon runs second. White flag waving, 1 lap to go. Final lap. John Mason's on the bubble in car 72. Checkered flag out for Joe Meadows. Dixon second, Mason third, Hordusky fourth. Joe Meadows picks up the win, but on that last turn there was a lot of swamping going on. Dixon finished second. Rodney Franklin, 7. Lou Branish, Dan Arbus in the 61, and Mike Balsano the E1. Here we go, the second annual Pittsburgher Stop and Go Food Stores, Wolf's Head Oil, number 1, Concord, and Coors Extra Gold present the Pittsburgher at Pennsylvania Motor Speedway. And here we go. Is your early leader in car number 18. Running second, the 41 of Buck Simmons. Tim Hinnant, car 68 third. Bob Waring Jr., the 11 fourth, as they sort themselves out. 100 laps. 1 lap is down. It's Bloomquist pulling away in the 18. Simmons second. Hit third. Waring fourth. Hirschman runs fifth in car 25. Mason, John Mason in car 72, and Jim Plants in car 84 involved. Here we go. Waring and Bloomquist off at turn 4. Down the front straightaway. It's Bloomquist to leader, Waring second, Schwartz third. Jim Hitt goes back to fourth in car 68. Hitt back to fourth. If he can hold it, Buck Simmons pressuring off the inside of the second turn. It is fourth, Simmons in the 41 fifth. Simmons has gotten back in front of Tim Hitt. Simmons fourth now, and Hitt in the 68 runs fifth. Lynn Geisler moving around. Bob Hirschman up to sixth. Nathan Gerber also starting to mount a charge in car number 24. Watch the orange, number 24. Picks up another position in car 24 with 15 laps down. He's now running eighth. Hirschman is ninth. Hirschman off the pace in car 25. Bob Hirschman slowing down in car 25, coming off the fourth turn on the inside. Bob Hirschman headed for the pits in car 25. But he appears that he may be headed that way. Scott Bloomquist just turning that last lap at 20.9 seconds. Buck Simmons also slowing down in car 41. He stops atop the first turn. The yellow is out. Bloomquist on the gas. The green is back out with 17 laps of the Pittsburgher in the books. Schwartz now challenging Bob Waring Jr. for second, but Waring holds him off down the back chute. Tim Hitt gets high again in car 68, and he'll drop back a couple of more spots, moving Steve Baker now fourth, and Lynn Geisler fifth. It's the 18 of Scott Bloomquist, the 11 of Bob Waring Jr., Charlie Schwartz in the 1, the X1 of Steve Baker, the 1C of Lynn Geisler, your top 5 cars. Steve Shaver in car 30 slowing down here, coming off the turn 4. The yellow flag is back out. Yellow flag out for Steve Shaver in car 30. Bloomquist is on the gas, the green drops another time. Started 10th, running third. Steve Baker, who started 5th, runs 4th, and Lynn Geisler, who started 7th, is running 5th. Then it's Tim Hitt 6th, Nathan Gerber 7th, Steve Francis 8th, Mike Balzano 9th, and Chuck Frank running 10th.
Laughlin. Still 23 cars on the Speedway. And here we go another time. Green is out. Scott Bloomquist, your leader. Bob Waring, Jr. second. Charlie Schwartz, third. Steve Baker, fourth. That's Lynn Geisler, Nathan Durborough, Mike Malzano, Tim Hicks, Steve Francis, and Chuck Frank. Generous contribution. 29 laps down, we're back to the green. Bloomquist is again the leader. Bob Waring, Jr. second. On the first lap of the race, and he's right now running 11. Car 44, Gary Stewart. Slowing down in car 25. Bob Hirschman in car 25 taking it into the pits. Green stays out, 35 laps are complete. Scott Bloomquist leading by one straightaway. The yellow
time in car 18. Bob Waring Jr. second, Charlie Schwartz third. Joe Meadows. Joe Meadows in car 33, who won the B-Main, now trying to work his way into the top five from Beckley, West Virginia. And right behind him comes car 44, Gary Stewart. 40 laps are down. Scott Bloomquist, your leader. Running second, Bob Waring Jr. Third is Charlie Schwartz. Joe Meadows now fourth. Car spinning. Dan Armbruster in the 61 spinning. Yellow flag is back out. Here we go. 40 laps down, 60 still to go. Some cars now starting to make their move toward the front of the pack. Here comes Joe Meadows out of Beckley, West Virginia. Car 33, challenging Charlie Schwartz for third. Still shows the way. Waring running second. Meadows third, Schwartz fourth, and Stuller fifth. Sixth is Tim Hitt. Hit up high in turn four. And Steve Baker gets by him. Mike Malzano spinning in the E1 in turn number one. Geisler also spinning around, as does Steve Shaver. Up Frank Starr involved. 33, he has been quick here the past 10-15 laps. Bloomquist going a little earlier that time. Everyone gets going as well. Scott, your leader. Bob Waring second, Schwartz third, Meadows fourth, and Steve Baker second. X1. Gary Stewart challenging him for that fifth position another time. He almost looped around in car 68. Get everyone on the brakes. Joe
are closing in. Bob Waring Jr. and Joe Meadows closing on Scott Bloquist. Bloquist around Craig Leeson to 51. And now the Starlines up playing with a clear racetrack. They start to open things up another time.
From the first half of the race are starting to move in. And look at Joe Meadows, speaking of moving in. He's only 5 or 6 car lengths behind your leader. We can have a race here very shortly. Bloquist around the 7 of Blue Granite. And trying to run the daylight another time. Again, stretching the lead. Once he gets to the racetrack, he no doubt is the fastest car. pits. Gary Stuller challenging Dick Barton for that 4th spot. In time of 1 and 2, but Barton beats him off the corner. About to enter some slower traffic here very shortly, but his lead is again a full straightaway over Joe Meadows in the 33. Running third is still the 11 of Bob Waring Jr. right behind in the 4th place car. Dick Barton, the 14B. Gary Stuller in car 44 runs 5th. Waring gets sideways at turn 3. Steers out of the spot. Dick Barton goes right around him for 3rd. Waring drops to 4th. As Bloomquist continues to work the traffic, Joe Meadows continues to try and chase him down. Bloomquist, car 18, winning the other 18. Keith Berger a lap down. Bloomquist now has his eyes on the E1 of Mike Balzano. Meadows spins the 2nd place car, 360, and he beats her gone. And he's still in 2nd place. How about that? Like Danny Sullivan in Indy. He hit the lap car, spun around, kept it going, and never lost a beat. Lost a lot of ground to your leader. Luke was working on Balzano pretty good, trying to get him a lap down. There he goes, right by off the 2nd turn. We got 14 laps to go when he comes by. Scott Bloomquist has led them all. 86 laps. 7 laps down. 13 laps to go. Here we go another time. Scott Bloomquist, your leader, followed by Joe Meadows in the 33. Watch the restart here, especially in the middle back. Waring goes back to third in car 11. Barton fourth in the 14, Stuller fifth in car 44. Bloomquist followed by Meadows. Spin on the back straight. Steve Baker and Craig Least. The yellow is back out. Steve Baker and Craig Least. And here we go with 13 laps to go. It's Bloomquist showing the way in the green waves another time. Dick Barton got a quick start to 14. He stays third, Waring is fourth, Stuller fifth. And we got cars together. This time it's Baker and Mason. This time it's John Mason that sits at turn 2. Back out. Bloomquist, your leader. Meadows second. Waring now back to third with Barton fourth and Stuller fifth. Tim Hitt has come back to sixth in car 68. He slows down on the outside of the front straightaway. And guess what, folks? The yellow flag is coming back out. John Mason in car 72. 12 laps to go. And away we go with 12 laps to the finish. Scott Bloomquist looking to win his second straight Pittsburgher. Meadows is second, Waring third, Barton and Stuller battle for fourth, and Stuller fourth, now Barton fifth, and Tim Hitt trying to take fifth away from Dick Barton. slowing down. Maybe a fuel problem here with the 11 car as it sputters in the corner. White flag waving for Scott Bloomquist. Bob Waring Jr. with a problem in the 11. That last time through 3 and 4, like the car just quit on him. He's coming off fine this time. Here comes your leader through 3 and 4. The S&S Custom Tape, Cornet Racing Engines 18, winning his second consecutive Pittsburgher, leading all 100 laps. Scott Bloomquist. Second is Joe Meadows in car 33 from 21st to second. Starting fourth and finishing third, car 11, Bob Waring Jr. Gary Stuhler fourth and Dick Hart fifth. Now he needs to go across the scales to make it official. Stop and Go Food Stores, Coors Extra Gold, Wolf's Head Motor Oil, #1 Cochrane, the official sponsors of the second annual Pittsburgher. Don Gamble, a rover reporter, has made his way to the Coors Extra Gold Weigh-In Center, where there is a crowd gathered. Awaiting word from the pits. Apparently there's a problem with the way Scott's car is lining up on the scale. They have to get all 4 wheels centered on these scales under each wheel. Moving Scott's car off the scale, they're going to check a couple of other cars to see certain that the scales are correct. twist, and Joe Meadows went across the scale right. Bob Waring Jr. did make weight in car 11.
Henry race team. Kenny, I don't know how to describe this. How do you feel?
Last week I thought all the excitement in the world can happen, but I guess it can happen twice. They say it happens in threes. Maybe next weekend it can happen again.
You think maybe you and Gary ought to go into the movie business?
Well, you know, it's a good possibility. You know, Hendricks did it, and he can come out pretty good. You never know.
Quite a finish. Like you said, last week was like a movie script. This week, more of the same. You know, first year for the team, you come out with a relatively new driver. I mean, he had paid his dues, but he never had an opportunity to really show what he could do. New team, new car, new driver. What a year.
Well, you have to understand, you know, Bobby came from good background. His dad watching, knows when you go to a racetrack, not afraid to try different things on a car. And a wonderful crew, believe me. I know I could even understand staying up late at night, working on a car, trying to make everything as possible right. Mark Richards Racing, the car was big, and went down to Mark Richards. They fixed it in 2 days. Steve and Mark, I can't commend them enough. George, Gary, just everyone.
We don't want to miss that 2 weeks in a row.
Well, Nancy is the backbone between all of us, because if you're going out of line, she'll keep you straight.
Come on over here. We got even the microphone's excited. You're to be congratulated on.
Well, who's ever answering the phone up there, I know my son's due to call any time. Tell him you don't know who won yet, because he'll be doing the Indian war dance.
You're just as bad as your crew for playing tricks.
Why not?
Okay, Danny.
You know, I'm
We'll try to get a word with Bob as soon as they're done doing all these pictures.
Good, nice enough to be beside you.
Now we're going to talk a little bit with Dick Barton, a gentleman that finished third in the race. Dick, I guess third is good. We talked the other day. You were concerned about whether you would be fast enough to be in the race. But at one point during the race, you were running third, and based on what has happened here, it could have been even a better finish.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to help me out. We got to do more than that.
Well, congratulations goes out to Bob, of course, and Gary drove a good race. It was a good race. Just a little disappointed.
You're the champion up at Erie and State Line. Some of the other places that you race, you've had an extremely good season up north. In addition to running down at Lernerville from time to time, you've been here for some specials and the title at Erie State Line. Where else do you run?
Well, mainly this year we stayed pretty close to home in regards to State Line Erie, but now that the fall is here, of course, we're going to try and take in as many special shows as we can. That'll include going down into Maryland and, of course, down to Pennsboro and what have you. And, you know, when I reflect back on this race, I'm sure that it's like you said. We came down here in the middle of the summer and we were just awfully slow. As a matter of fact, we were in the way. And I'm not so sure as we didn't turn that around a little bit tonight.
Well, you did a nice job. You're to be congratulated, and we hope you have continued good luck for the rest of the season.
Thanks, Tom.
When we talked to you last week, you probably thought it couldn't get any better, but wow.
Yeah, it don't feel like a win after the two front guys got light, but we're taker.
Hey, you know, it happens. That's racing. There's no way you could have anticipated what an excellent year you would have. I guess it was a clue at the beginning of the season when you won 3 nights in a row, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Lernerville here, and then down at Hagerstown. But did you, in your wildest dreams, ever expect it could end up like this?
No, we were just hoping to make this race. We did start out real strong, and here this month we've been not right up toward the front, and we needed this win pretty bad.
You know, you played a dirty trick on one of your car owners yesterday. I was explaining it to the fans. I guess there's a lot of camaraderie with your crew and a lot of good-natured kidding from time to time, but there was no kidding around tonight.
No, there toward the end, I started slipping pretty good. We lost the power steering about halfway, but we made her.
During the race, early part of the race, when you were right in the thick of things there was an awful lot of fast cars around. You looked like Scott was gone. What kind of strategy? What did you plan for, like, the first half of the race to do something and then different at the end? How'd you figure it?
Well, we were worried about the tires not making it. So Scott took off from me, and I asked one of my pit members, George, there, and he told me I was pulling away. So I started saving the tires a little bit, and it worked out all right.
Any guess on gas mileage? A lot of the big races, that's a major concern. Everybody was on gasoline tonight. Do you have any idea how much fuel you used?
I'd take a guess we have like 10 gallons left.
Congratulations on a super season, a track championship, a real good year, and winning the Pittsburgher.
Thank you.
Okay, Dow. How about a nice hand for Bob Waring Jr.?